Hello there, and welcome to another episode of X4 with their Star Wars Interworlds 0.73 mod installed, and we're playing as the Empire. And you will note there's a slight chuckle to my voice because I've spent the last 2.5 hours trying to get the Sith Inquisitor built, and it came down to a very, very simple but very, very silly thing of why the Sith Inquisitor wouldn't essentially build, and we'll go over that in a minute. But just to kind of catch up, so as you can see, we're not in the Harrower class, we're not in our Omegon, we are in a and I can never say it, the Procusator, prosecutor, what do you call it? The Imperial Ascendancy version of a ISD. Essentially, the Precursor, that's the one. Yeah, we're in one of these because if you remember last episode, we set 2 big ships to be built. This and the Inquisitor. We've already tested it because, and we'll chuck some footage up now so you can see, there was a dormant Vong station in Calais, I believe it was. It's been a while. And we tested it out on that, and it's good. Firepower on it is acceptable. The strong point of this ship is essentially its main cannons pretty much put a constant stream out. So even though it's not massively high high damage, does a lot of damage, but it's not the biggest damage dealer in the fleet, nor is it the kind of like the strongest or biggest or anything like that. Those cannons basically just keep shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. So its DPS value is pretty damn high. We're definitely going to be getting a couple more of these for the Hammer fleet, I believe. So yeah, that was one of them, and that was the test, and it was glorious and it was brilliant. And then for the next sort of 2 hours, it was just a case of me trying to figure out why the Sith Inquisitor wouldn't build. And I've been, quite a bit of footage wasted, essentially. But it came down to one simple little thing. And if we come back in now and we sort of look at the station, the Inquisitor is building. We can see it is building here. It's got 45 minutes to go. That's fine because we can center it. But the thing that was stopping this being built, essentially, if we go into our build ship menu and we go into our XL with our Inquisitor and our highest, the preset we made, it requires 25,950 missile components, which is fine. We can do that, and we could do it. The only problem was, according to our little, basically when we were going to trade, I can't remember exactly what it is, but we went trading and it wouldn't accept the missile, so we had to transfer the wares, and it had only basically said it needed, it might be even on here now, yeah, only said it needed 16k. Well, we actually needed nearly 26,000. So it was a big old flipping kerfuffle. And it took me quite a while because obviously I forgot we were playing X4 and the logic isn't always there, and I was like, well, why isn't it building this ship? The Imperials were putting orders in left, right and centre. I put in a new trade rule on the global orders for priority, new order priorities. Basically the sale of ships was banned for anyone but ourselves. Which we can change that now. We'll go to trade rule 1. And they all should be trade rule 1, yeah. So yeah, I was kind of like, well, is it the Imperial's place in order, and it's kind of messing with the resource management of it? But no, it was just X4 being X4. So instead of, because the gain of this episode is to kind of take out this fleet here. Oh no, that trader's being attacked by the thingy while we're mining. That's brilliant. So yeah, we're going to take on Unknown Regions 3. And I wanted the Inquisitor to basically just have a look at it, and that can be its baptism of fire. What else have we been doing? So, I noticed on the map when I was looking for people to trade with missiles, we were basically the only people that were trading missiles and had any in stock from our Warcog station. And it wasn't a massive amount of missiles, to be fair. So basically what we've done is we've transformed our Overseer platform, that's this one here, into a missile producing factory. So it's got quite a few. It's got four missile production facilities, and then 2 of each of the one that needs to do it. 2 of each of the components that feed it in, so it should start spitting out missiles pretty damn quick. And any excess, like Durasteel plates and stuff like that, we can use to make ships. Interestingly as well, some people are probably very familiar with this, the production modules aren't actually attached to this station. So this station had 4 little static defences that were just kind of floating in space. I basically built it off of there because there was no hard points on there. But yeah, it's kind of like ended up with quite a tidy little station. Because originally I was going to build another station next door, and then I figured, well, why do that? We've already got the docking platforms and everything on there. It's pretty well defended. This sector of space is pretty quiet anyway. So yeah, we've done that. The other thing we've done, because we've been doing quite a bit of exploring, up right in the top corner next to Midas is Morelia, and Morelia has another unknown station, so we can trigger that event at some point very soon. I don't know if this is a usual one, or so you have 2 unknown stations, I think, which are always in the same place. There's one in Unknown Regions, and there's always one in the Moor, which is next to Kessel. There you go, the Moor. There's always one in there. That's an Imperial one. The other one is a Xenon one, and this is I can't remember. I don't know. We found in the past in the Sun, I think there was one of the playthroughs, there was a Black Sun one. That one's not always there. They don't always spawn, so that's pretty cool. We've got something to play with there. This is a Goldilocks system as well, Midas. Goldilocks system meaning it's got all the resources. So I'm thinking, because we need to make friends with the CSA to be able to get some of their ships, and basically make good relations and stuff like that. And it brings us close to the Sith, which I'd like to make friends with the Sith. So we're gonna kind of like maybe start building something up here at some point once we've got our area secured. We're lacking sun, but then in Morelia there's 350%, so we're all good. There's no descriptions for that one. Midas, it's wild space, end of the galaxy, avoided by most people, former hosting a corporate sector for a penal facility. The system is now devoid of any meaningful activity except for the occasional miners and pirates, as represented by the VLS down there. So yeah, we've got ships exploring, and that's pretty much all that happened in the whole 2.5 hours of me. It was a lot of blank space. A lot of it would have been empty. So yeah, we're kind of there. This is our ship, our new ship. I like this ship. So this has got a very cool profile to it. these spine-mounted cannons are very kind of like Second World War battleship. It's quite possibly one of my favourite classes of the Star Destroyer in this game. It's not the biggest, like I said, it's not the toughest, and I think that's one of the reasons why the Imperial Ascendancy has a habit of getting knocked out by the New Republic. But it is cool, and it's going to be a good support ship in the Hammer fleet, I think. You can't get many fighters with these. It'll only dock 2, if I remember rightly. They dock on the side of the bridge or on the back of the bridge or something like that. So it's not great in that sense. It's not a character. It is a purpose-built battleship, and that is its only role. But look at it. Such a nice ship. So cool. We are going to add it into the Sith fleet that we're going to be sending in to Unknown Regions 3. The plan will be, so Hammer fleet will stay on standby in Unknown Regions. These guys, these pirates, they're going to stand on standby because what usually happens is you take out the people round here. You destroy them dead, and then there's a really large battleship usually in here, and that respawns, or one of them comes back and it starts prowling around it. So I want these guys on standby so we can essentially deal with them, and we'll have the Sith fleet as well. A couple of things we need to do before we do that is we need some more ships. We need, I reckon, another 10 of each in this one, so we've got 40 fighters. Each of the terminuses are locked and loaded with their full 14 fighters, and then we're going to need another 40 fighters for our Inquisitor as well, for when that gets built. So we'll place an order for that now. What I wanted to do while we were doing that as well, just for a little bit of chit chat and all that, was supremacy. So if I wanted these, I would want how many? Add to shopping list. I'd want. So we'd want. We need another 10. We need 30 of these. And 30 Furies. I'm not bothered about a couple of thousand weapon components after the all deal we've already had. And no, we're not going to need 30, are we? We're going to need. Oh no, we will. Will we? Add to shopping list. Yeah, I think that's right, because then there'll be 20 for the Inquisitor of Supremacies, 20 Furies for it, and then there should be 20 and 20, which gives, 40. That's fine. There we go, look at that. Missile components, god damn it. But that's fine now with the missile components, because we've got the power, we've got the ships. To sort that out, and we've got the facilities as well. We can send our bless him, he's still going the Durasteel plate run, because I thought we were out of Durasteel plates and that was why we were stopping it. But yeah, so a couple of things, and I need to get my mobile telecommunication device, because there was some good little comments on the other day. I think it was the other day, which made me remember something of a book I've read a very long time ago, and it's a Star Wars book. So Kellic Tam, he put a nice little comment on our pirate playthrough when the Shaky Tatooine truce, basically saying, don't know if anyone has mentioned this in the past, but you should take a look at the Legends information on Zim the Despot, and it's pronounced Zim. So it's pronounced X-I-M, it's pronounced Z-I-M. He was a warlord pirate from long time before the Republic, notorious that his legend outlived him. He was at war with the Hutts, said he became so rich by the time of the Empire, people still believed his legends of his lost treasure. There's a great quote linked to him in eternal homage to Zim, whose fist shall enclose the stars and whose name shall outlive time. And sort of said maybe it's a good idea for a series where we can play one of his descendants, and we're seeking his money and revenge on the Hutts, which is a pretty cool idea. We could definitely incorporate that into the sort of the already pirate playthrough. I've said we'll put it in the bank for the minute because it is a really good idea, and I am very aware of the legacy of Zim because I remember reading one of the early books, let's just sort this out because it's doing my nutting. So I remember reading one of the very early Han Solo books. Which was let's have a look at our Harrower. No, the Harrower, the stupid boy. So basically the story of Zim goes, he was a warlord pirate and he had a big treasure ship which was filled with an army of war droids basically. And it was renowned to have this wonderful treasure in it. Now, there is going to be a spoiler for this book, but it is not the exact spoiler. It doesn't put away from the journey because it was a great book. I can't remember what the book's called because I've got the anthology edition or the trilogy edition. They did a series of the Adventures of Han Solo at various different points before he joined the rebellion. And in this particular one, he ends up, after doing some work for Corsac, he ends up getting roped into doing this job, and he finds Zim's treasure ship, and it's really cool, and he's got a brilliant little twist at the end of it, as in kind of sort of like. The treasure is not what kind of is thought of. Basically, everyone thought it was these riches and stuff like that. And for the time, it was a great hoard of riches. But basically what he did is he transferred a lot of, or he amassed a great amount of what in his time would have been I think it was like a rare metal or something like that. But in the kind of like the time of the Empire, which is when the book's set, it's not worth out. And it's a really good book, and it's kind of like really. I loved the ending of it. I thought it was fantastic. One book I'm not enjoying at the minute though. Actually, no, that's a lie. It's starting to get better. I'm catching up on some of the books I've missed, some of the Legends book I've missed. I buy them in bookshops, I order them off eBay when I find them for cheap. And there was a trilogy of books, the Corellia trilogy, and I'm still trying to read the first one. I've read several books in between it. It's not grabbing me. The old Corellian one. How are we doing with our little ship being built? 29 minutes, we can set that. Yeah, so it's starting to get good now, but there's a lot of kind of it's a chore because there's a lot going on. You've got Lando and Luke basically. Lando's trying to find a new wife for a business arrangement so he can use her money to invest it and get rich for both of them. Luke's kind of chaperoning him around. There's a blood witch person who steals people's lives but doesn't actually play any major part of the story because the story's all about Corellia. I'm assuming Luke and Lando is going to get roped into it at some point. But yeah, it's just not a particularly good thing. But then, flipping it onto a positive, I've been watching The Acolyte. I'm up to episode 3. I've watched episode 2. I've got episode 3 and whatever's left to watch. I'm really enjoying that. I'm liking the fact that they're starting to branch out and base stuff in the do they refer it to as the High Republic era? That I'm getting that gist. Obviously, I've not seen anything as it stands at the moment, but that twin with her armour, I'm getting big Revan vibes. So if you've ever heard of Darth Revan, kind of getting vibes of that. Quite strong vibes of Darth Revan, to be honest. Just the armour and the way everything's going, which is pretty cool. And then, yeah, there's just generally lots of nice Star Wars thing going on, and that got me thinking about this, because obviously on YouTube there's a lot of negative things, and I personally believe a lot of the negativity is unjustified. It's just, it's kind of like bitter people being bitter and wanting the thing that they profess. Oh, we've lost an R41. Where was that R41? I bet it's gone through New Republic space and got smashed. Yeah, it's people that profess to like love the Star Wars universe and stuff like that, but someone brings out a series that's kind of based on the original stuff and everyone's like, oh, it's copycat, it's rubbish. They bring out stuff that's set on the you should be on attack. In something new, so something kind of original, still set within that universe. Again, it's people don't like it, which is a bit strange. They seem to be vying to essentially have it downfall. We need to change those. So with the Omegan, the Terminators are on attack. They're on interception for the supremacies. You can be on. I need another attack with Commander, I think, and we'll go on Gamma Group. That makes sense. And then we need 10 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll wait until we've got all 10. But yeah, it's good. It's something new, and it got me thinking about Star Wars Visions. And I rewatched a couple of those episodes, because if you've not watched Star Wars Visions, it's fantastic. It's not canon. Or as far as I know, most of it's not canon. It's all just kind of like various different filmmakers and creators and stuff like that, having kind of like just making little things that could happen. It's like, what if this character exists? What if it's kind of like a feudal Japan? What if it's something else? And it's just really cool. I'm really enjoying Visions. Or did. And my very favourite was the Ardman one. Ardman makes Wallace and Gromit and stuff like that. It's a really funny. So Wallace and Gromit, if you've never seen it, it's claymation. He also does like Shaun the Sheep. He did the Scientists and Pirates sort of film as well, not so long. Well, a very long ago now. But yeah, that's another one of my favourites. It's got Darwin in and stuff like that. It's just good fun. We like a bit of fun. Right, the Inquisitor. She's ready. Let's take it off of setter. Off setter. Oh, no, it's not come off of setter. You're ruining it. You're ruining it. No, I don't want setter on. So there's apparently in the new update there's some camera controls and stuff like that being introduced. I'm hoping you can do more in third person, because the third person cameras in this are very janky, to say the least. This is our Inquisitor, look. Isn't she lovely? Right, so we're going to teleport over to that ship now. We've done our waffle. I hope everyone's okay. As regards to, life, the universe and everything, we're going to teleport over to our Sith Inquisitor. Just thought I'd have a waffle for a change. seem to have had a waffle in a while. Because obviously I have to watch. Admittedly, I don't watch all of my stuff back because it would take forever when I'm editing. But I do watch some of it back, making sure like certain areas are okay and doing my best to balance the sound out with my extremely janky setup, which is very janky at the minute. I've got no money. I'm like the rest of the world. You've got no money to be able to buy like I need a microphone stand, so I'm not so close to. You look like the worst captain in the world. You don't even sound like a nice captain. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Captain. We're going to war, Captain Myra Moretta. You gotta get tough. You know, do better in life. Or you're fired. Out of the cannon. Into space. Or maybe a space station. Fire from the cannon into the space station. If you don't do better. Right, anyway, yeah. I completely forgot what I was saying now. Yeah, I really need to invest some money into like getting the setup. It's kind of getting there. We've got plans. Because yes, I'm aware of the clicky keyboard. The keyboard I am using as it stands at the moment is a Polaroid. That's right, a Polaroid. You know that company that makes cameras? Well, they got bought out by another company who basically uses the name. It happens quite a lot. So a company will buy out another company because it's got a good name, essentially. It's got a nice silhouette, and it's basically the Harrower, isn't it? It's just tougher. Oh, we did upgrade the Harrower as well. So the Harrower is actually a big mean boy now. We gave it upgraded shields and whatnot. So we need to sort out the fleet. You are going to join this attack group. I feel like we should be doing something fancy with as setup, but I can't think what, because it's been a while since I've assembled a fleet. Most of them have all been together, or with like the pirate one and stuff like that. It's ships. It's just lots of ships, not an actual ships that you can sort of say have a role as such. But that looks fine to me. Right, this fleet we'll name it Warfleet. Harrower, because that's basically what this is. This is kind of like our Sith-inspired fleet. I'll name it after someone at some point in the comment section. Or we'll put someone in command of it. You are going to what? Attack with commander? Defend commander? Yeah, I think we go attack with. There we go. Right, Warfleet Harrower. I am now in charge. So we can start flying towards our destination. So our destination is going to be here. So we'll autopilot that. But yeah, setup wise, it's a bit rubbish at the minute. I do apologise. Well, actually, no, I don't apologise. I can't help being poor, people. It's just one of those things. Sometimes you're a little bit poor. And you've got to got priorities. My car. I say I'm poor. I am poor, and that's mainly because I buy things I probably shouldn't buy. I've got two cars. Technically, I've got three cars. One of them is very poorly at the minute. Alfarius. Now you spell Alfarius. It is now. So this is the Alfarius, because we can't have Omegon without Alfarius. They are the twin Primarchs of the Alpha Legion. Alfarius. I think that's how you spell it. We'll double check it later. Yeah. So we'll get there. Anyway, we're going to jump ahead now. And we're going to meet up kind of here. And we're going to come in and we're going to start dealing with these. Oh, we got bounty hunters. What are you after? Well, you're dead. You are dead. You are very dead. We're gonna move in to Unknown Regions 3. I'm basically gonna set our guidance to here, just so we can kind of get the fleet reasonably together. Because you know what they're like with the old fleets. I don't even know, where is the fleet? They're there. They're just doing things. We will go for a. What sort of formation? I was looking for wing then, but that's a completely different game. That's Shogun Total War 2, I think, the wing formation. We will try. I usually go line abreast. We'll go with the Eagles. Seem to remember someone telling me Eagles pretty good. No, I said Eagle. Eagle. There we go. Thank you. Eagle formation. Lock it in. So yeah, I'll see you in a minute when the fleet is all together. Alright, so here we are. We are ready to enter Unknown Region 3 for the first time. We're just waiting for his little fighters to dock. Where are they docking? Oh, they're docking on the underside. That's a pity. So the Harrower it's really cool because it's got four places for your ships to dock and escape. So you've got the undercarriage, which is pretty damn cool. Then you've got the two on the side, but it also deploys at the front, and it's really cool. So like from the bridge view, when the ships deploy, it looks absolutely fantastic. Basically what we've done is we've got a few. Oh, is he going in the front? No, is he not? He's going in the side. We've got 5 supremacies on interception duties in the Harrower, and we also have we've put a few into the so they're both kind of Harrowers. So we've got 5, and the Omegon's got a couple of extras. Let's just let him get docked up. Boop. There we go. That's one of them. Sat there all ready and waiting to deal some damage. So we're going to start making a move now to Unknown Region 3, and this is going to trigger an event. If you've never seen this event, you're in for a kind of surprise, I suppose. If you've never seen it, everything's surprising, isn't it? So the idea with all these stations is these stations are kind of like being held hostage. They've been taken over by a force that is guarding it, and there's usually a scientist on them, which, if you ask them very nicely, they essentially help you. They let you teleport the station to a location of your choosing. We've found 2 at the minute, and we know where there's a 3rd one is. So there's a chance. Who's this? Oh, they're already fighting. These are Xenon ships. If you've not seen a Xenon ship before, that's a little fighter. And somewhere in this deep, horrible, dark place, there is an even bigger ship. Now, I would like to deal with those before we move forward. So the idea of the way I've done this previously is you're best off like dealing with them bits at a time. Otherwise, you can get swarmed by fighters. And if I remember rightly, Xenon ships, they're not the toughest, but they can be. They got quite a bit of firepower. They're a bit of a glass cannon-y sort of ship. They also drop some useful things sometimes, but not this time. They drop these components that you need for another mission, which is one of the reasons I'm kind of half tempted not to claim this sector straight away, because then we might be able to farm it. We could teleport this out into Unknown 1 and just have this as like a training ground / we can mine the resources in it without claiming it. But we'll see. So yeah, we're just going to kind of creep forward. That's the station. We can do a little bit of a jump forward, I suppose. We are going to drop a save. Because last time I was in this system, the Red Dawn, the original Venator flagship of our fleet, was destroyed. Not due to my own incompetencies. It was basically we had some weird fleet order glitchy thing where I told them to do a coordinated attack on the big boy ship, and one or two got stuck on something, if I remember rightly, which essentially meant they couldn't get into formation, which essentially meant they didn't execute the attack, which was not the best. We do need this fleet. One of the weaknesses of this fleet is that they are quite unskilled, let's say, in the arts of actually flying a ship. So we're going to get a cutscene in a minute, I think. We'll drop out of warp now. Alright, so here we go. This is a little cutscene we get. Oh, there we go. So that's the big boy ship we've got to essentially take out. So we've got to destroy all these. A lot of them are fighters, I think. He is the... We can't look at him just yet because we're not close enough to him. He's the one that we have to worry about. Where are you flying off to? Are you coming for me? Yeah, a cool design ship, aren't they? It reminds me, so there used to be a game called, I forgot the name, Colony Wars. PlayStation 1, I think it was. A very good hard game. Everything's hard when you're that young, aren't you? But yeah, it was like one of the first games I ever played where it kind of like had your decisions mattered quite a bit. Do you know what I've not done? And this is why we slow and steady. We haven't set these up. So we do need to set these up to attack capital ships, I think. You can attack capital ships. You can attack capital ships. So can you. You can also attack capital ships. And the rest of you, do you know what? In fact, attack all enemies, and then we'll go capital ships. Capital ships. That way, I know there's always going to be some firepower on capital ships. We've got kind of like four banks on capital ships. Damage hyperdrive. Wow, these aren't dropping the things that I actually want them to drop. So they've got like processing cores and stuff like that. That's the things that we want. So they're starting to close the gap. We can actually look around the station. We can do a sneaky spy mission. So these are like, yeah, these are what we've got. Is that one? That is a tough ship. I do not like that ship. Where is my fleet? Oh, guys, come on. We can't be lagging behind like this. Right, we'll fly a little bit forward, and then we'll kind of just wait, I suppose. Right, there we go. We've aggroed the big boy. Those fighters are probably going to die. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we lose ships. I'm going to try and avoid that if possible. There we go. Now we can see it. So that is a whatever ship. Players of the normal X4 game will probably know what this is. It's a pretty cool looking ship. It's a nasty ship. Got a lot of firepower on it. Got a lot of. I think it's got a lot of range. Doesn't quite look complete, does it? Got a lot of like that could work as a Sith style ship to me. Unfortunately, I don't think you can claim those ships. At least I've never seen you being able to claim them. So here's what we're going to do. We'll just deal with it. We're going to tell the Omegan and the Precursor to attack this guy, and everyone else, the Terminus and stuff like that, we're just basically going to have them on interception duty. I think is a good idea. Where's the fleet? Where's the fleet? So we need to change you guys to no, because you work for. No, you can work. You can work for the main commander. You can buy my interception fleet, and they can try and intercept some of the small stuff, and if there's any other large stuff as well. I think that's is a plan. Is it a good plan? We don't know. We're going to try and alter our little vectors and our little courses to see if we can't fly underneath it. Try and get. I don't know which way's forward on that ship. I just know it's there. I know you're under attack. Just resist. Try and deal with them. Obviously, we've got same problem as the normal Harrower. Our range is pretty pathetic in this thing. We're hopefully going to just deal with the big boy. Is my plan. Hopefully not alone. Hopefully my fleet is catching up. There we go. We've got some fighters being deployed now. That's going to balance everything out. That does look like it's starting to go on a intercept course. We can have a look at you. Those engines look awesome. There we go. You're returning home, which is nice. Oh, you've flown right ahead. That's fine. We might lose a terminus. It's like I wish the commands, the attack commands and stuff like that were a bit better. like when you say to attack, like attack in a formation, not just the first person who can gun their engines. Kind of like goes, yep, I'll go first. I know where the accelerator is better than you. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and wow, look at that go. He weren't messing around. He nearly hit us. Looks like the Prosecutor is moving in. That's kind of like one of the reasons I wanted this in this fleet, because it is a long range ship. You've got 17 clicks worth of firepower on this ship. The Harrower is moved in as well, which is nice. We need to kind of like jump in, not directly underneath, because that's where the our big boy is. So the battle is locked, and there we go. We should be able to, I think, take this out quite nicely. We do need to keep an eye on things, so I'll try and get as many cinematic shots as we possibly can, but obviously we are limited. We are eating through its shields pretty quick, which is nice. Harrow shields is taking a pounding. So last time we came, I think I'm better at the game now. I know more about the different ships and stuff like that. So we've got a better chance. We didn't have this much firepower last time, for sure. Let me just... Yeah, the Harrow is fine. Harrow's a really good little brawler. Getting up and close. We can start turning a little bit. We did it! We actually did it! Look at that! So I've not been dreading this battle, but I have been a bit apprehensive of this battle, because like I said, we lost some ships last time. But we didn't lose any ships, and we destroyed the big bad. This does mean, though, that ship. So before, right? So last time it happened on when we took this area. We won. We got the station. We took a pasting, like a proper pasting. We lost some good ships and stuff like that. But like I said, we won, and everything was tickety boo and all happy and jolly. The problem came when it came this way back, and that big ship had respawned here, and kind of added insult to injury. I seem to remember having to like pack some ships and mess around. The Terminus did take a good thwacking, but it's not dead. Did we lose any ships? So there should be 14 ships on each of our what do you call it? Terminuses. Have you got? What have you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. So we didn't lose 7 there. Wow, that I am consider me impressed. Very impressed, in point of fact. We can hoover up some of this loot. That's nice, isn't it? Right, cool. So I'm gonna get some of this now. Because it's only got a little docking station or a singular dock. We can't actually dock this ship with the main station, so we're going to have to teleport there. But that's fine. Does the Harrower have a medium dock? We could do with a ship that can carry some form of command. We've now unlocked the research thing as well, which means we can start essentially getting items in this. So what you do is you put so many items in, and you can start researching. So teleportation range lets you teleport further away into different systems, like from ship to stations, ship to ship, that kind of thing. And then we can start getting these exceptional chassis mods and stuff like that, which is good, as well as the ability to hack into different stations to be able to steal blueprints and that. We're not going to do any of that because we've got pretty much all the blueprints anyway, because we'd already bought them. But yeah, so we'll kind of end it with this station. I'm wary that it's going to be on there. We'll read that message. There should be a message. Finally, my research team has moved to a new facility a long time ago, but I was floating in back to tank after some unsuccessful experiment. Details which I don't even remember now, conveniently. Waking up from the stasis only to see myself locked on this station under quarantine for unknown reason, and with no communication with outside world. The station seems to be decommissioned now or abandoned for some reason. I have no clue. Anyway, as your actions seem to have lifted off the quarantine, I want to thank you in some way. The station was experimental facility to basically teleport large objects through hyperspace. So I can initiate the sequence for you. The drive system proved to be very unstable, however, so most probably we can do it once. Basically, what it is we can teleport this station a total of 1 times. Now we can teleport here, we can leave it in unknown regions too, which I'm tempted to do, or we could. There's a number of things we could do with this station, and we're going to leave the episode there. I think we need to get some repairs done on some of our ships. Which we will do. I'll queue all that up. But for now, behold, the research facility is in our hands, and we've managed to successfully defend against it. Put it down in the comment sections of what you might want us to do with it. Should we move it to another system of space? Should we leave it here? Because we can build onto this research station. If we're going to do the research, we need to anyway, because we need to put storage modules. But we can essentially turn this into pretty much anything. It's got, so each one of these bits on the side, so there's 6 little hard points on the outside. We can attach something to, so we can actually build quite a big station. We could build quite a big station in this system, or not. We could move it somewhere else. This is a Goldilocks system, so we do have a good amount of everything in this system. The only problem might be we might be constantly under attack by the Xenon, but that could be cool as well, because that means our fleets might get themselves confused. I think is the word there, while they're trying to dock. Yeah, our fleets can get themselves some good XP, I think. But yeah, we're going to leave it there for this episode. So, as ever, thank you for watching. I have been Captain Jack Gumption, and until next time.